What's up, YouTube? I'm back out here in the garage once again. Sunday, just got out of church a little while ago, so I decided to come out here and tinker around with 67 convertible Impala once again. There's really nothing going on with the car. It's just that a while back I had this thing dialed in to where it was running perfect. I had no issues with it. It was running smooth. The idle was smooth and all that get up and get out and whatnot. But lately, since I've been doing some modifications to it, it just seems like I'm not getting the full low-end torque that I used to get out of this car. I can still burn rubber. It still gets up and moves. But for some reason, you know how when you've been driving the car for a minute, you kind of can feel certain things about it. And then when something changes, you automatically say, well, wait a minute, that didn't feel like that before. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. It's almost like it's still got some high-end power and horsepower where it can get up and go. I mean, granted, it's a 350, so I'm not trying to break the speed of light here, but it just isn't quite feeling right. So what I decided to do, I did it earlier, or a few minutes ago. I did it off camera. I should have actually recorded it, but I'm sure everybody that's watching these videos are at least somewhat relatively knowledgeable of certain things in the car. I don't know a whole lot about timing an engine using the timing light. I know very little bit about it, so that's what I was attempting to do. I didn't want to necessarily put it on camera because, again, I don't quite know what I'm doing, but then again, that's how I learned, by seeing other people do things. And if it wasn't quite right, I may not have done that, but I would at least pick up some few little pointers and whatnot. So I'm gonna I've already did set the timing. Now the thing is from my research, I always thought that if you retard your timing, you get low end, you get more torque on the low end, and if you advance your timing, you get more high-end horsepower. But it seems like what I'm finding out is that it's the total opposite. That if you advance your timing, you're going to get more low-end torque and less high-end horsepower, and vice versa. If you retard it, then you're going to get less torque but more high-end power. I still, be honest with you, man, I still am not 100% sure. I'm just messing around with it, trying to see if I can get back to what it felt like before I ran into this problem. Again, though, the car's running super, super good. It's just that low-end torque doesn't seem like it's there. But so what I did is I went on ahead, because I did my research and I saw that a lot of the small block Chevys, they typically run good at between 12 to 14 or 12 to 16, or actually we said 12 to 14 advanced timing. So and then some said that even if you can push it up to 16 and it runs fine and there's no issues with it, no knocking, pinging, or anything like that, and it runs good, then that's good. So and let me just say this too. I don't know what cam that I have in this engine, because I bought the engine and the 700R4 from a Camaro or Corvette that I bought, and I just pulled the whole thing out, cleaned it up, dressed it up, and slapped it in here. Although I do know that the engine had very low miles on it. I do know that. And the internals were super clean. So I know the engine's a good and strong engine. So anyways, I set it to, I set my advanced timing to 12 degrees advanced. And yesterday I was messing around a little bit with it, and I did it, and I set it to like, I don't know, 10, maybe 8 to 10. And I set at the light and then hit the gas and braked it, and it just, smoked up the whole neighborhood. So I was like, well, shoot, that kind of feels good there. But then I still don't know if that's quite right. So anyhow, that was yesterday. Today I moved it up a couple of degrees. It's at 12 degrees, probably 12, maybe 13 degrees advanced. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it for a little drive, see how it rides, and then kind of play it by ear. And if I like that, then it's cool. If not, then I'll come back and I'll reset. But one thing also that I was told, and I kind of already knew this, but you can see my vacuum line over there. I did remove that from the vacuum advance line right there. I did remove that line there and plugged it when I did the timing, but I know they were saying that total timing is what you really want. The idle timing is just gives you a nice smooth idle and so forth, but you want to find your total timing. I'm not quite sure how to do that. At least I don't know clearly how to do that. I know you have to run your RPMs up to 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 RPMs, and then look and see what your timing is set at. And from what I understand, these small block Chevys like to run anywhere between 32 to 33 advanced total timing. Now, if I'm wrong about all this, man, please somebody correct me in the comment section, because again, I've been working on engines for a while, but there's certain things, back in the days when I was a lot younger doing this, I was just throwing engines in, putting spark plugs in there, wires on there, distributor, starter, and all that good stuff, and then driving. I wasn't really thinking about setting timing and, pistons and push rods and so forth and all that stuff there. So if I'm wrong on this, somebody please correct me, but I was told that anywhere between 32 to 36 total timing on the small block Chevys is what I would be looking for. And again, I got to get my RPMs up to between 25, 3,000, maybe even 4,000 RPMs, and then see what my timing is set at. And then because a mechanical distributor, it will kick it in to advanced timing once I get up to certain RPMs. So I don't quite know what that is yet, because I don't have a tach on my car. So what I'm trying to do is what I'm going to do rather is I'm going to buy a tach that I could just wire up real quick and then do it, set it on the fender or something so I can see, and then run it up to 4,000 RPMs, and then see if so I can see at least what my timing is. So I'm just going to buy a generic one, maybe off Amazon or something, and or shoot, I might even just go to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or something. But anyway, that's what I'm working with right now. This thing is scheduled to go into the shop probably not next week, because we got a car show at my job next week, so I'm not gonna mess with anything too drastic until after that. But after the car show next week, which will be the following week, she's going into the shop to get my 373 gears and my posi unit put in there. And then after that, it'll just be some light driving. Car shows will pretty much be all done, and enjoy it for a few more months, maybe a month, and then is back to storage. And hopefully, guys, hopefully by that time, my Chevelle will be back from the body shop. It'll be all primered and sealed up, and I'll just be waiting to get all my other parts in. As a matter of fact, show you this right here. I'm not going to open it up just yet, but just got that in today. It wasn't supposed to be here until later, but that's my radiator for the Chevelle, dual fans, and I got my Terminator X Max coming for my 4L60E. That's connected to that 5.3, and then I also got my American Auto Wire that hopefully will be here pretty quick. I'm hoping to get my car back from the shop at the same time I get all of my parts, so I can just go right to work in the garage. Again, old Silverback, she'll be in storage. I won't be having her out too much. I'll still go every once in a while, get her out, drive it around. and enjoy it. But for the most part, she'll be in storage, and I'll be in the garage working on the Chevelle. You see, it's all empty in here now, but it's ready, man. It's ready. I'm ready to do my thing. So anyway, let me get off this camera here. I'm getting ready to jump out here for a few minutes. It's not really a lot of sun out. It's a little cloudy, but I'm going to have the top down anyway. But I'm going to get out here for a minute and try to see how this thing dries, and I'll get back with you on the next one. All right? Peace.